let's talk about another feature of ES2020. And this one is called globalThis. And the globalThis is a global variable that we now get. And because I have the latest version of Chrome, I can see that it works. And this points to the window object. So globalThis, does it equal window? Yep, globalThis is pretty much the window object that we get as part of our browser environment. Remember, the window object is what gives us things like set interval, set timeout, or any of the features that the browsers allow us to do. So why did we need a globalThis that is pretty much what we already had with the window object? Well, the neat thing is that this globalThis works outside the browser as well. Let me show you. Now, if we had Node on our computer and we run the command window to access the window object, we'll get an error. Window is not defined because window is part of the browser. But inside of Node, Node doesn't really work as a browser. It doesn't really know what window is. Instead, Node uses global, right? The Node version of window is the global object. Now, with ES20, they wanted to unify different platforms outside of the browser so that there's a global variable that each one of them can access. So this, the globalThis, now exists in Node. Now, if you look over here, it's the exact same thing as the global object that Node has. So it's still not really the window object. However, the globalThis object now exists as both part of the window and Node, so that you can have unified variables across different platforms, different systems. So although globalThis has different properties inside of a browser than it does inside of Node, we're able to have a unified code base if, let's say, we want to run our app both in Node as well as on the browser. Now, keep in mind that if I exit out of here, the reason I'm able to use the globalThis inside of Node is that I have the latest version of Node, or at least a version that's higher than this. So you might not have globalThis work in Node unless you have a later version, more modern version that has implemented this new feature. All right, let's take a break. I'll see you in the next one.